What is good, collective? Welcome back to my channel, Melanin Intuition Tarot. My name is Ezekiel. I am a intuitive tarot and oracle card reader. Excuse me. Thank y'all so much for um, tuning in to yet another pick a card reading with me on today. Um, so today is going to be a requested topic of your next romantic relationship. So your next partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Um, but your next romantic relationship. Um, so I have three groups here. We have group number one here with card number 38, the player. Group number two here with card number 11 with the chef. And group number three here with card number 34 with the personal trainer. So group one, group two, group three. Make sure y'all are choosing with your intuition so that way you choose the group that will resonate with you the best. Feel free to choose more than one group if you feel so called to do so. And when you are ready to go to your reading, you can check out the comment section below, and the timestamps will be pinned there. So, again, group one, group two, group three. I will see y'all at your designated reading. Peace out. What is good, group number one? For those of y'all who are drawn to this first card here, this is going to be you all's reading today. Um, we're going to be getting some messages regarding your next romantic relationship, your next romantic partner. So, you chose card number 38, the player. It says seductive and commitment phobic. He'll light up your world and vanish like a candle in the wind. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. All right, so group number one. First thing I'm picking up about this person is that they are somebody who's very romantic. I feel like this person is very charming. They're very thoughtful. I'm drawn to like the flowers here, so this could be somebody who enjoys getting you flowers, or you may enjoy giving them flowers. Take what resonates. Um, this could be somebody here. I'm getting that they put in a lot of effort when it comes to like date nights or taking you out, and even into their gift giving. So part of their love language could be, you know, gift giving or acts of service. They may like to do nice things for you or get you nice things. Um, I feel like this is somebody who feels that you deserve nice things as well. Um, but something about this person's energy, it feels because I'm drawn to where it says the player, and usually a player is somebody who, they play in your face and then they play in other people's faces. You never know, you never truly know where their heart really lies. So I'm getting heavy like Sagittarius energy, heavy fire energy. So Sagittarius, heavy, Aries, and Leo. I'm also picking up Cancer as well. Um, but yeah, I definitely feel like this is someone who you may, based off of like their appearance and how they present themselves or how they may approach you, you may feel like this person is like love bombing you. You may assume that this person is like another lesson or like another test. But in reality, they're not a lesson or a test. They're actually somebody who's coming in and they genuinely want to show you a good time. They genuinely want to date you, take you out, be in a relationship with you. Now, this could be somebody for sure who was a bit of a player in the past. Take where it resonates, I feel like I'm reading for more of the feminine, but if you are the masculine, this energy could resonate with you. But this could be somebody for sure who was a bit of a player in the past. I feel like this is somebody who's very physically good looking. This is somebody who's very physically hot. They're sexy. Like they're very conventionally attractive here. So again, you may take that, and some of you, if you do know this person or maybe know of this person, you may have heard a few things or a little bit of gossip about this individual, but again, I am definitely picking up that they may have had a little bit of a player reputation in the past, but I am definitely picking up that when it comes to you, they want to hang that up. But again, there's just something about this person's energy that may kind of cause your intuition to peak or your antennas to light up. Because again, you may feel like this person's like too good to be true, or you may feel like they're love bombing you, or um, yeah, there's just something about this person's energy that you may feel a little bit of mistrust with. Um, but you'll be asked to kind of move past that and kind of fill out the situation. Um, I don't feel like this is like a test or anything like that. I feel like this could definitely be somebody who, again, genuinely wants a true romantic connection with you. Now, with this person also, I'm not picking up that this is like, like a friends first type of thing. This doesn't really feel like that. This feels like this person is coming in with direct intentions of wanting to court you. They're wanting to date you. They're making romantic gestures towards you. Um, so in the past you may have had like, or you may have had readings where they're like, oh well, y'all may start off as friends and this and that. I don't feel like that with this person. This person feels very direct in what they want and their intentions. Their coming through is very intentional, um, and just very sure of what they want and who they want. Again, I feel like they are hanging their player ways in the past. They're leaving that in the past and they're coming towards you with direct romantic intentions. I want to get another card to kind of describe who this person could be, what they may look like, maybe. Ooh, I told y'all the model so beautiful and sought after. So again, this person is very physically attractive, and they also have a very fiery King of Wands type of energy. So again, heavy Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy. They're very physically attractive. I feel like a lot of people are very physically attracted to them. Um, I'm getting Asian. Somebody could be Asian or Asian descent. Somebody could be white or European descent. I'm also getting Hispanic, so somebody here can be Hispanic. Picking up Colombia, picking up Texas also, Tennessee, Colorado, California. What is that place called? Is it Cape Cod, or am I thinking of a food brand? um, what else am I thinking of? I don't know. But yeah, this could be somebody. I feel like somebody could enjoy going to the movies. I don't know. Somebody could be in movies. I don't know if this could be like an actor of some sort, or maybe a social media content creator or influencer, something like that. Um, or this just could be a regular person who is just hot as hell. We got plenty of those out here on the streets. But yeah, I definitely feel like your individual here is, I'm hearing symmetrical, so they can have very symmetrical like features, like facial features. They may have a pretty nice body. I'm not picking up like a bodybuilder or anything like that, but they could have, a little bit of muscles, a nice chest, maybe a few abs here and there. Um, Somebody has a nice butt as well, is what I'm picking up. I'm also seeing the guy from Heated Rivalry. I haven't watched the show. I don't know if I even really want to watch the show, but anyway, I see a lot of the TikToks and stuff about it. But I'm seeing that guy, the what's the actor's name is Connor something, Connor style or story or something like that. So that can be significant. Somebody could have curly hair. Um, Somebody could have a haircut similar to this guy here as well. I don't really know what that hairstyle is called. So I'm picking up short haircuts, short hairstyles. I'm hearing also 90s fine. So somebody could, their attractiveness could remind you of somebody from the 90s, or maybe an actor or actress from the 90s. Some of you here, I feel like this person could remind you of an actor or an actress. Something about their looks, they may look very similar to like an actor and actress that you may know. Not know personally, but you may seen on TV. Anything else from these cards? So you have the student, young and idealistic. So this could be somebody who's quite young, or they could be very youthful. But I am picking up 20s and 30s, early 40s, but mostly 20s and 30s here. Um, so somebody here could be younger than you, or you can be younger than them. Take what resonates. But I am picking up, y'all could be very sim or close in age. Maybe, you know, there's just a few years, age gap. I'm not picking up anything crazy or a huge, big age gap here. Somebody could be 33. I'm also picking up 34. You got 38 here, 50. Take what resonates. I'm also picking up 25, 28, and 27. I'm also getting 36. Um, but yeah, somebody here is very youthful. They have a very, very youthful vibe and energy to them. So they can be young in age or young in spirit. Okay. I want to get some cards about the relationship. What will this relationship be like? For group number one, what will this next relationship be like for them? Oh, okay. Why am I hearing what is the actor's name? The one from is it Star Trek or Star Wars? Star Trek maybe? I don't know. Where he's like, "Oh my." So again, somebody could be like of Asian descent. Somebody here could also be biracial. But the Hierophant here is a higher level of commitment. So somebody here is um, very much invested in this relationship. I feel like your person coming in, again, they have very, very, very clear intentions of what they want with you, and how they want to pursue you. With the Hierophant here is a very traditional card as well. So I feel like they're going to pursue you, or you pursue them. Take what resonates in a very traditional way. Um, this could be a very traditional person. So this could be somebody who, likes to open the doors, or um, yeah, I'm seeing somebody open up the car door for them. I'm seeing somebody like carry somebody as well. They can be a little old school as far as like, they want to, the masculine may wants to pay the bills, or they may, y'all may go out to dinner, and you may be like, oh well, we can just split the bill, and the masculine's like, no, I'm not splitting shit. I'm going to pay for it. This could be that type of individual. I'm not picking up like toxic masculinity, which of course when it comes to like traditional values and beliefs like this, it does kind of stem from a lot of it kind of stems from toxic masculinity, to be honest with you. But I'm not really getting toxic from this person. I'm getting more like this person wants to do these things for you because the masculine definitely views the feminine as their prize, their princess, their their wife, their like their person. And they want to make sure that they're treating that person the way that they deserve to be treated. So I feel like the feminine in this connection has done a lot of inner work as far as recognizing your value, your worth. Um, and you have somebody coming in who's going to treat you as such. It's like what's that Chloe Bailey song, Treat Me Like I Treat Me? And that's what you are attracting, group number one, or whoever's the masculine in this. Three of Cups. So this person definitely, again, they take date nights pretty serious, not necessarily serious, but they're very intentional with it. Um, this could be someone who, you know, genuinely plans out the dates. They're not just like, hey, let's just go here, let's go there. They want to be like, hey, let's go get, an appetizer from this restaurant. And, let's go get our main entree from this other restaurant because I heard you talking about this other restaurant, the other day or when we were driving by it. And then, let's go get ice cream from this ice cream shop that I heard you say you really wanted to try. They can be very intentional in that way. And they listen. Ooh, I love that. I love that energy. Like this person actually listens to you, even if it may feel like they're not listening to you, they hear you. Now whether they respond to it at that moment or not, I don't know, but they're going to respond in their actions versus telling you. Five of Swords, yeah, literally. Again, it's that energy of strategy and being strategic. So again, your person here is somebody who's very strategic when it comes to how they pursue the person that they want, and also in other aspects of their relationship and their connection. Um, Five of Swords. This could be somebody who's very protective over you as well, especially when it comes to certain people around you. I feel like your person here is going to be able to kind of tell like who's for you and who's not for you. Um, there's just something about like the way that this person is like very observant and very watchful of the people around. You may have certain snakes around you or people who's no good for you. And I feel like your person here is going to be able to intuitively pick up on that, and also be able to like protect you from that negative energy. Something about people who may take advantage of you. You may be somebody who's very kind, very giving, very nice. Group number one. And your person loves that about you, but they also see some of the things that you may not be some things that you may not see or be able to see when it comes to like, again, like people around you or negativity around you. And I feel like your person here is going to do things to protect you from that or kind of steer you from that direction. So it's coming off as this person's very like intuitive, very spiritually aligned with this higher front energy. I feel like both of you are. But again, it's just something about your worldview, group number one, that makes this person not necessarily view you as naive or anything, but it's something about, again, like the way that you may choose to see the best in other people, or you may, and you're not dumb, you're not naive or anything. Like you can pick up on energy. You know when somebody's good for you, when somebody's not good for you. You know when somebody's being real and when somebody's being fake. But it's just something about, you may um I don't know. You may, again, still give people benefit of the doubt, or you may tend to look at things from a more positive way, which is great. Nothing's wrong with that. But I feel like your person here is like a no nonsense type of individual. Like they're going to be like, hey, babe. So that friend over there, yeah, we're not fucking with them no more. It's that type of energy. They're yeah, Three of Swords energy. Um, they're definitely more than okay and willing to break things off from other people, or kind of putting in your ear like, hey, I noticed this and that about so and so. Like, just be careful around them. They just pick up on little things like that. So you did have the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Hmm. One word that's coming through is separation. So I don't know if some of you could be in separation from this person, or this could be a no contact situation. Or there may be a come a time in the connection to where there could be a little bit of a separation. Not like a breakup, but maybe like a, hey, this is getting really, really intense. Um, maybe we need a little time alone. Um, but what is the phrase? Shit, what's the phrase? Time away makes the heart grow fonder, something like that. Um, take what resonates. This doesn't have to resonate with you. This could literally be for like one or two people here, especially when it comes to like a really close connection like this. Um, yeah. Anything else about the relationship here that group? Okay, so you got the Four of Swords in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It's at the bottom, Six of Pentacles. So it feels like this relationship is going to involve quite a bit, not a quite a bit, I'm making it sound bad, but there could be some, like a little bit of, what am I picking up on? Not necessarily work to be done, but a little bit of kind of more so like learning each other. I feel like y'all are quite different in a lot of ways. So it may be with this Four of Swords in reverse and Eight of Pentacles in reverse, there may be quite a bit of work as far as, kind of like that stage of coming into union, of getting to know one another, you know, re- learning each other's boundaries, learning each other's, likes, dislikes, things of that sort. Um, I don't necessarily see it as like a blockage or anything, but it just definitely feels like there's a little bit of work on, understanding the other person, getting to know the other person, learning or allowing the other person to like teach you and you teach them, how that person wants to be loved and how you want to be loved and treated. Four of Swords in reverse is giving me avoidant energy. So somebody here could be a bit of a avoidant in this relationship. But again, it's just certain aspects of each other that you both will have to kind of get used to, and kind of accept. If that's something that you want, again, we had the three of swords, so some of you, there could be, a point in this relationship or connection to where y'all may have to choose, like, okay, do we want to keep up with this and stay together, or do we want to separate and go our separate ways? So there will be, I feel like, a point in this connection to where y'all will have to make that decision based off of, how things will currently be going. So for some of you, this could be somebody who's definitely around for a long time with this higher front energy. It definitely feels like a high level commitment. And for others of you, this could be somebody who's, kind of around to, I wouldn't even say a lesson. This feels more of like an experience, um, to be able to experience a beautiful and wonderful connection with somebody like this. So again, some of you, this may go all the way up to marriage. And for others of you, this again, there seems to come a point to where y'all will have a conversation of, do we want to keep going or do we want to separate and go our separate ways? I am picking it up. I try to be as honest as I can as a reader, but some people may not want to hear it. Again, take what resonates. If that's not the energy that you want, then that's not your energy. Six of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. So, ooh, and then look, King of Wands here at the bottom also. Um, so again, very fiery energy coming from this individual, very confident, very charismatic. This person seems a little bit different than your usual type. You may not be used to dating a person like this. Um, but Six of Pentacles again is that energy of giving. This person may enjoy giving to you, doing things for you, spending money on you, buying little gifts and trinkets or little things that they know that you like and enjoy. This person definitely will be doing a lot of those things for you. All right, group number one. I believe these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see y'all in my next reading. Peace out. What is good, group number two? For those of y'all who are drawn to card number 11 here with the chef, this is going to be you all's reading today. We're going to be getting some messages on your next romantic partner, next boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever other titles. I'm not really sure about like the non-binary titles and stuff. I don't know if somebody want to let me know in the comment section. I want to be as inclusive as I can. But anyway, um, let's go ahead and dive in. So again, we're getting messages regarding your next um, romantic partner, your next romantic relationship here. So you have the chef, passionate and full of flavor. So as I was tapping in to your group here, I felt like this wave of peace and calmness. So I feel like this next partner that you are attracting is someone who is going to bringing in a lot of, ooh, now I'm hearing the word reassurance. So this person is coming in, they're bringing in a lot of calmness, a lot of peace, and I feel like they're going to be very reassuring as far as um, how they feel about you, and be very reassuring in how they show you how they feel about you. This feels like somebody who's very much um, I'm getting somebody, this person seems very a little talkative also, but this person, is not all talk. They don't just talk the talk, they also walk the walk. So this is somebody who's going to be very reassuring with how they feel about you, with both their words and their actions. You have some people out here who may not be, the strongest verbally, and others who may not be the strongest when it comes to showing things or action wise. But I feel like with this person here, you're going to get like the best of both worlds. So again, this is somebody who will absolutely enjoy doing things for you, and really showing you how they feel about you, by their acts of service and their acts of kindness. So you have a lot of food here. So this person could be a foodie. You can be a foodie. Y'all may enjoy food. Y'all may enjoy going out to get food together. I'm seeing somebody like, hey babe, there's this new restaurant opening up across town. Do you want? Let's go try it. It's and I was about to say that in more of a asking way, like, hey, do you want to try it? But I feel like this person is going to be more of like, hey, let's go try it. Like, let's go do something. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. So this could be somebody who enjoys getting out and about. This is somebody who enjoys going out and trying new things. This person seems very adventurous. They can have a very, I'm hearing adventurous palate. Um, Oh, I'm seeing kind of two things. So on one end, some of you may have a person here who, they're not very much of a picky eater. They'll try anything at least once. And for others of you, they may have like a specific cuisine that they may prefer over others. So not necessarily picky, but they may just have a preference as far as like the food that they like, and they may enjoy, eating like that same thing over and over again. So take what resonates there. I'm also getting meal prep could be significant for somebody here, whether that's you or them. But yeah, I definitely feel like this person here is somebody who's very, um, again, they're very adventurous. They like to try a lot of different things. This person could also be into traveling, trying like traveling around the world or traveling around the city, your town, your state. Um, they don't necessarily have to hop on a plane in order to travel. They may enjoy traveling, locally, or again like trying out different restaurants or different things around town that may open up. Um, Something significant about like somebody's birthday. Somebody's birthday can be in February. Um, Something about this person may enjoy like planning things for your birthday or planning very special things for your birthday, and vice versa. I'm getting a lot of vice versa energy. I feel like what this person does for you, you would also do it for this person as well. A lot of reciprocity when it comes to this connection. Very balanced, very equal. Um, 11 adds up to 2 here. Then you got 2 cups here. Um, So 222 can be very significant for this, or 1122 can be very significant also. But again, a lot of reciprocity when it comes to this relationship and connection. Um, this person is very passionate, and they show a lot of passion in the things that they do and how they do it. This is somebody who doesn't do things half-assed. They don't do things halfway. They're either going to do it to the fullest, or they're just not going to do it at all. I want to get a few more, or maybe one or two more of these cards from this deck. All right, sorry about that. Group number two. Phone, I guess, ran out of storage, so had to free some storage up. But anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted by Apple, the card that flew out here was the Sailor. So as I was saying before, this is somebody who's very adventurous and also very worldly. So this is somebody who's very open to trying new things, meeting new people. And it's not necessarily that this person is a extrovert versus an introvert. In fact, I'm getting like this person can be very both. This person is very adaptable. They have a very shapeshifter energy. So again, this person is very adaptable to just about any environment that they're in. They're able to kind of blend in very well to, again, like their environment, the people around them, the different cultures around them. This person seems to really love cultures, like different cultures and different backgrounds for different people. So this could be somebody also who's from a different culture, background, race, or ethnicity than you are. So y'all can end up being in like a interracial relationship here, is what I'm picking up. This could be somebody who lives across seas from you, or this person could have lived, overseas or in a different country than maybe where they currently stay, or this person may have moved around quite a bit, or this person could have just traveled quite a bit also. But again, very, very adventurous here. Um, Something about a body of water can be very significant. Some of you may meet this person next to a body of water, or y'all may travel to tropical places that are near, bodies of water or near a beach of some sort. I'm also seeing a lake. Um, what are those? Uh, the dock. I think that's what it's called, like a dock. The thing that you walk down to get to like to the end of the lake, or even to get on a boat. I don't know. I haven't really gone much on like a lake or near beaches. I think I've gone to the beach maybe like 4 times in my entire life. Um, but yeah, I definitely feel like this is somebody who is kind of opening your world up. They're showing you, they're kind of bringing a lot more expansion into your world and into your life. I'm seeing the lighthouse here as well. So this person is acting as a guiding light for you. This just seems like an earth angel of some sort. They come off as very very sweet, very very kind, very loving, and very gentle. Ooh, I'm hearing this person would make like a great father or a great mother. Take what resonates. But I feel like this person would make a really great parent. It's something that I'm picking up. Um, and for somebody here that may like turn you on, like you may be like, "Ooh, I can start a family with this person." That may get you a little hot and bothered. I feel like something about how this person like takes care of business, just their overall like personality and worldview, and just how they act as in general. I feel like it really turns you on. I feel like you could be somebody who's very attracted to somebody with a great personality, somebody who I don't know, like you may be attracted to somebody with really strong masculinity or somebody who's really has a really strong femininity. Again, take what resonates here, but getting heavy like masculine energy with like a masculine who's also very in touch with their feminine side as well, or in touch with, yeah, they're in touch with their feminine side to be able to connect with your feminine side, or vice versa. Again, take what resonates. You can be a masculine watching this, or you can be a feminine watching this. So take what resonates. I really like this energy for you. I feel like this is something that you have been kind of praying for and asking for. For some of you, this may not be your usual type, as far as, maybe you're used to dating people who, I don't know, who dysregulates your nervous system, or people who you know, aren't very reassuring, or people who you have to guess or assume, how they think or feel about you. You can be used to dating people who are not as emotionally available or not as emotionally open. So this person being the opposite of that and being very emotionally available and open, and being very caring, very reassuring, with you, again, could just be different than the type of people that you are used to dating. So again, they may not be your usual type as far as like, energetically or mentally and emotionally. I feel like they're very much your type physically. I feel like you may find this person very very physically attractive, at least to you. But again, there's just something about them mentally and emotionally that is just different than what you're used to being with or dating. I feel like as far as body type goes, I'm not really picking up super masculine. They may have really nice arms, but this person could be, slim or very skinny, um, or just very average built. Um, Not necessarily overweight or not necessarily underweight, but just kind of an average body type. But again, somebody could have very nice arms. Somebody could have nice legs. Why am I hearing bubble butt? So somebody can have a nice butt on them. I heard that in group number one too, I believe. Um, but yeah, something about brunch. Y'all may enjoy going to get brunch together. That sounds nice. Let's get some tarot cards here. I want to look and see how this relationship will be. Like, what's the relationship going to look like? What can you tell us about group number two's relationship with this Romantic partner. Love to see it. So Seven of Pentacles, so long-term investment. So this is definitely a long-term connection for you. So this doesn't feel temporary. This doesn't feel, just like for somebody who's around for a fun time. This feels like somebody who's around for a fun time as well as a long time. Um, this is definitely somebody. Oh, wow. Seven of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. This is definitely like this could be your person group number two. This is somebody y'all are gonna set a lot of strong. Y'all gonna have a very strong foundation. So some of you, your group, y'all can start off. I mean, we use the word friends pretty loosely, but y'all may label it starting off as friends or like, hey, let's just hang out and get to know each other. But there's just something about y'all's energy and y'all's chemistry that feels very like y'all may say that y'all are friends, but people around y'all like they're gonna be like, okay, are y'all friends or are y'all actually like together? Because the way y'all acting just kind of seems like y'all are in a whole ass like relationship. So it's just something about y'all's bond and connection, even from the start. Y'all may label it as like friendship, but it's just something about like how y'all interact with one another and how y'all, love on one another and treat each other. It just comes off as very lovey-dovey. So, um, just again, y'all may initially start off as like friends, but there's definitely like a knowing between the both of you, like, hey, well, this is more than just friendship, but for the sake of the connection, we're going to label it as friends, just see where things go, even though we both can intuitively feel where this is going, which is definitely long term stability. Ten of Pentacles is very much, building a family together. Y'all may, um, after I'm seeing like 6 months to a year, y'all may, go ahead and move in with one another. Y'all may decide to get pets together. Be careful because y'all may even start a little family together if if this is a little heterosexual connection here. Yeah, definitely be careful with that if y'all don't want kids. At least, sooner in that relationship rather than later. Um, but a lot of chemistry. And again, it just feels like y'all are going to the first couple of months. I'm seeing 3 months is going to be y'all building a very strong connection and bond with one another. Because I'm seeing a lot about the beginning of y'all's relationship. Um, because I feel like after y'all set that strong foundation, the rest is history. Like things are definitely, I feel like will move very, very fast for y'all. Um, after y'all like make it official. You got this Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, so a lot of flirty fun with one another, very romantic connection. I see y'all going on a lot of romantic dates. Um, again, just being very romantic with one another, loving on one another, being very a lot of flirting, even during this friendship stage. Um, a lot of flirting, a lot of like little flirty banter with one another, also a lot of compliments to one another. Somebody in this connection seems like a creative of some sort. I see a lot of support. I'm also getting the word muse. So if either you or them could be like some sort of creative or artsy type of thing, or somebody may create things, whether a hobby or for their career. I feel like the other person's going to act as a bit of a muse for them, um, which is really cute. I love to see it. your person seems so charming. Like they're very, very charming. Something about their eyes and the way that they look at you, the way that y'all look at each other. I feel like y'all can just stare in each other's eyes for hours. Somebody has very beautiful eyes. I'm seeing like a dark brown. I'm also seeing blue. I'm seeing like a hazel, like a brownish, greenish type of hazel. For somebody here, and this it seems super specific because I'm seeing the scene in Practical Magic at the beginning where the character, she is doing a little spell to manifest like her future husband, but she creates this list of things to where she feels like it would be impossible, um, for this person to even show up in their life. Because what was it like? There was like a curse or something on the family to where like their husband would like die or something like that. Like they're not meant to fall in love, something like that. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie in a while. Love it though, and can't wait for part two. But anyway, maybe some of you may have set like as you were manifesting this connection in your life, you may have set some very like super specific things that you were looking for in a partner. And I'm gonna be honest, while not all of those specific things may manifest for you, um, I feel like there's gonna be several very specific things that you ask for in a partner that you're gonna receive. And something about a sign or synchronicity of like how you'll know that this is the person, like something that you manifested as far as like maybe something that this person says to you, or maybe like a tattoo, or you may see something before you meet this person. I don't know, something about a sign of synchronicity that you're going to be very, very shocked or in awe about because you're going to be like, damn, I really manifested this specific thing. Um, I don't know. That can be very specific for somebody here. Anything else about this relationship and connection? Five of Pentacles, a lot of Pentacle energy here. So a very stable connection here. Five of Pentacles feels like support. So this feels like you're going to have a very strong support system with this individual. Um, they're going to be very different from your past. And maybe in the past you may have felt like very left out in the cold, or maybe you felt like it was a one-sided relationship or connection. But I'm drawn to this church window here, which the window in the Five of Pentacles represents help and support. So again, I feel like this person's coming in to be one of your biggest supporters. I'm hearing fan. I don't know if you may be called to like have your own business. You got the King of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. So somebody here, you can be on a path towards entrepreneurship, being a business owner, or maybe this person's a business owner. Take what resonates. But I feel like somebody in this connection is meant to have their own business. You're meant to be, a founder, CEO, president of some sort. And I feel like the other partner is going to be super duper duper supportive of the other partner's endeavors. Like super supportive. Like you're going to have a cheerleader on your side. Um, like I'm hearing somebody ask, like, what do you need? Do you need anything? Can I do this for you? And I'm even picking up because I saw a Pinterest post earlier, and it was like these two people on one of the quotes on, one of the I think like the woman was like, I have a hard time asking for help. But then the quote from the guy was, what was it? Um, Something like, it's a good thing that she doesn't have to ask. I'm just doing it. So I feel like that's the energy that this person possesses. Like You may be somebody who has a hard time asking for help. You may have a hard time being vulnerable. But this person is not going to force that on you. They're just going to do things for you. Again, they're going to be very action oriented when it comes to you, your needs, and the connection here. This connection sounds very like true, like too good to be true, but it is very true. you know, um, these type of people do exist in the world. Anything else? Sign wise, heavy earth sign energy. So Capricorn, I was gonna say Gemini, but Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, that could be part of their big three or your big three. Um, and then I'm also picking up fire signs, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. Yeah, heavy earth and fire sign energy from this group. All right, group number two, I believe these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see y'all in my next reading. Peace out. What is good, group number three? Last but not least, for those of y'all who are drawn to the um, the third card here with card number 34, the personal trainer. This is going to be y'all's reading today. We're going to be getting some messages on your next romantic relationship, your next boyfriend, girlfriend, and whatever other labels there are to describe a romantic relationship. I don't know. Um, but yeah, this is going to be how I was reading today. So you got card number 34 with the personal trainer. Love to see the card. It says fit and motivating. He'll push your limits and his reflection time. Okay, so heavy masculine energy, and it doesn't necessarily have to be male or female. Um, but energy wise, this feels like somebody who's very consistent. Um, I love that already. Very consistent. They're very diligent. I'm getting like Knight of Pentacles type of energy from this person. So very, again, very consistent, very patient. This is somebody who, they are very intentional and they have very clear goals and they are very consistent and persistent when it comes to achieving those goals. Um, so I feel like one no-brainer here is the personal trainer here. So this could be somebody who is very physically active. This could be somebody who, maybe goes to the gym, or maybe they have other like hobbies or activities that they do that gets them very physically active, very, very physically in shape. I feel like this person could have a very nice body. Um, yeah, I feel like this person takes a lot of good care of themselves. I'm getting heavy Aries energy and heavy first house energy. Um, But yeah, this person seems to take very, very good care of themselves, not even just on a physical level, but it seems also very much mentally as well. I'm seeing somebody like finishing up their workout and then going to meditate after. Um, so again, this person takes good care of themselves in many different levels. So not just physically going to the gym, but also, mentally and spiritually when it comes to like, maybe meditating, or maybe they journal, or maybe they go to therapy, or maybe they take certain vitamins and supplements that helps with that. Um, but yeah, they take really good care of themselves. Something I'm picking up about their personality is they may have a very like goofy, funny type of personality. They don't. For some of you here, they don't show it to everybody. Um, what is it? 'Cause I'm seeing somebody in the gym like with like their guy friends, but in between like sets and workouts, like they're goofing around, they're playing around with one another, they're cracking jokes, things like that. So, um, they may they'll be one of those guys to where, and it's not necessarily that they're not showing you full personality or anything, um, but like when it comes to like the guys or the girls, they may be I don't know, like a little bit more freer, if that makes sense. And again, that's not to say that they're not going to be free with you. They're very much going to be free with you, but I don't know, they may just have different layers to their personality, that they may, show to certain people or certain groups of people. So, they may be one way around their friends and then another way at work. It's that type of energy here. Maybe a little bit of code switching is what I'm picking up, I guess. Take what resonates. What else? What else? What else? For some of you here, this person may have to wear like more formal wear for like work. Maybe like just like slacks and a polo or something like that. But they may enjoy more so like casual wear when they're outside of work. So they may wear a lot of like shorts or sweatpants. Seeing somebody with like booty shorts as well. Um, you know, Tennis shoes, little tank tops or yoga pants, things like that. Yeah, they may really enjoy dressing down versus dressing up. What else can you tell us about this individual? But again, I'm picking up heavy Aries energy. I'm also picking up Capricorn, picking up Cancer, Pisces. Is this crooked? It's a little crooked. I don't care. All right, so you got the surfer with laid back and beachy, the architect with thoughtful and precise, and then the student with young and idealistic. So this could be somebody who's quite youthful. I feel like this person's young in age. I'm getting like 20s, early to mid 30s. Um, or if they're older than that, they just may act like they're still like super duper young, which is nothing wrong with that. I don't mind that at all. Um, but again, they have a very youthful and fun side to them. This person may enjoy like going out. They may enjoy, you know, something about music. This person may really enjoy music or going to like concerts or festivals. Um, I'm hearing like a rave. Um, what else? This person seems very, I was just going to say thoughtful. So, with the architect here, you got thoughtful and precise. So, this seems like somebody who's, um, I'm getting detail oriented. So, you can be, and I feel like that's what kind of, um, sets y'all's relationship apart. While you could be somebody who's very like bigger picture, this could be somebody who's very much like detail oriented, or take what resonates, flip it, vice versa. But am getting somebody who's very much like, you know, I'm looking at the bigger picture of things versus somebody else who's very much like, here are the little details and everything. Um, which is great. So this could be somebody who's very chill. again, like I was saying, like this person may like on their off time, they may really enjoy, dressing down, just sweatpants, a hoodie. I'm also seeing somebody who's walking around with just their underpants on, with no shirt or anything, like at home. Um, so again, this person comes off as very laid back, very nonchalant, very chill. This person doesn't seem like they're into like drama or anything like that. Like they just seem very, very just very nonchalant and chill. um, very peaceful and calm energy to them. This person doesn't seem like they're into like a bunch of drama and you know. All right. So group number three. Um, I was getting ready to do some editing to the video, and I noticed that the last 15 minutes, my mic, I guess, died or messed up or whatever the hell happened. So I lost 15 minutes of audio. so, um, and I definitely didn't feel like redoing the y'all's entire reading because I feel like it was a pretty good reading. Um, so I'm going to because I pulled tarot cards and everything for y'all. Um, okay, so let's see what comes through. It's because it ain't Mercury retrograde, so I don't know why this. I think it or my camera messed up during pile number two. I don't know, but anyway, we're here. We're good. We're grounded. so, okay. I'm trying to remember where or what messages were coming through. um, I guess I can j- hop into the tarot cards here. So I'm sorry if the messages. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll refer to some messages up here from the Oracle deck, but let's just get into the tarot. So you got the Eight of Cups, and then to clarify that is the Ace of Cups. You got the Sun, the Knight of Swords, the Magician, the Two of Wands. Um, so I believe what I was picking up with this Eight of Cups was one or both of you, prior to coming to a union with one another, seems to be leaving behind a situation or situationship or a connection that just doesn't serve them. It doesn't serve them on a emotional level. Again, this could be your energy, their energy type of resonates. There seems to be a relationship or a connection that just wasn't serving somebody on a emotional level. So seems like the person leaving that to go towards this new love here, which is y'all's connection. Um, and then you have the sun here. Now I know for sure the message that I picked up with the sun, or at least one of the messages I picked up was about you know being fertile and just make sure if y'all don't want kids too soon in a relationship that y'all are wrapping it up. Because the sun energy here definitely gives fertility energy, so that could definitely be something that could happen if y'all are not careful. So just be careful if you know, y'all are having adult time and again, that could definitely be a possibility here. Now with the sunflowers I was picking up, y'all are gonna have a very strong friendship. Y'all are gonna build on a strong level of friendship here. It's almost gonna be like y'all are like best friends. And what kind of brought that up for me with this was with this Knight of Swords energy. So this gives the energy for me with this Knight of Swords and Magician, y'all are gonna be like certified shit talkers. like y'all are going to talk so much shit with one another, to each other, whatever that may be. I'm getting a lot of banter between y'all. Um, yeah, like y'all can really talk shit, you know. Um, I feel like both of y'all may have a smart mouth on y'all. Somebody here seems very witty and very quick with their words, or very quick with like their comebacks. Um, and I was also picking up the energy of like, excuse me, like y'all, let's say you're out with friends or family, and then like y'all get back in the car and y'all are, it's like that TikTok meme to where like, um, they're like, did you peep that? You know, so and so is acting funny. Like, don't you think so? You know, it's like y'all may peep certain things going on around y'all, and y'all may wait until y'all are alone with one another to, start talking about it or crack y'all little jokes about it. But I see y'all cracking a lot of jokes with one another. Um, yeah, it seems like y'all have a very great relationship. Um, and definitely not a dull relationship when it comes to um being able to, speak on certain things, crack jokes about certain things, and the other person doesn't feel, like they're being attacked or feel, overly sensitive about this stuff. Y'all can talk shit to each other and about each other, and still love one another. You know that y'all are just playing. Um, but yeah, definitely, I feel like one or both of y'all is very, very quick with it. What else? So this relationship is going to bring a lot of progression and expansion into your world. I feel like both of y'all are going to experience things that y'all haven't experienced before. I'm seeing a lot of like trying out new things, a lot of new stuff, maybe even in the bedroom. I'm seeing somebody like role play. With the whole like costumes and handcuffs and shit like that. I'm not trying to make this too 18 plus, but yeah, I definitely see a lot of like, trying different things, sexually and maybe, traveling. And that's another thing I was picking up too with this Eight of Cups and then this Two of Wands. This may start off as like a long distance thing. Take what resonates. It's not going to be for everybody, but there seems to be a little bit of like distance between the both of y'all. For some of you, this could be emotional distance, and for others of you, this could be actual physical distance from one another. Distance doesn't always have to mean like overseas or anything like that. It can be maybe y'all live on the opposite side of town, or maybe y'all live in different cities from one another or different states. um it can be, some hours away, but I feel like y'all make it work. Take what resonates. That's not going to be everybody's message. Some people don't want to claim long distance, and that's fine. Resonate with whatever you feel like resonating with. But I am definitely picking up strong long distance relationship here. But again, I definitely see it working out very well. I don't see this being a connection, or a long distance connection to where like y'all struggle with communication, because it feels like the communication is strong. It feels like the communication is good. Um, but again, it just may be that little bit of an obstacle, or at least at the beginning of y'all's relationship and connection, until y'all make that decision to um yeah, y'all may make that decision to, move with one another or get a place with one another and move closer to one another quite soon in the connection. It feels like the relationship may move quite fast, Y'all may make that decision like 2, 3 months in, or even sooner than that, to move in with one another. But I am seeing a lot of traveling within this connection. a lot of movement in this connection here. I'm trying to think of what else was I missing. Anything else regarding this connection? I guess I could pull some more cards for y'all. It's just I hate that the sound went out. It was so good. Justice card, so very balanced connection here. Um, I'm hearing Sword of Truth. So I feel like y'all are gonna be have a very like raw and honest communication style. Somebody here, because the King of Swords is at the bottom of the deck before I shuffled. So somebody here is very blunt with their words. Ooh, blunt. So somebody could smoke. Somebody here could drink as well. But I'm definitely picking up smoking. But somebody's very blunt with their words. They're very truthful and honest about things, whether it makes somebody else feels a certain type of way or not. And it's not like in a intentional like I'm trying to hurt your feelings thing. It's more of like I want us to have a strong connection and relationship to where we're able to be truthful with each other. We're able to be honest and tell each other how we truly feel about certain things or certain actions that we're taking, or certain things that may have been said, whatever that may be. Um, it feels like y'all are just very, very truthful and very, very honest about, um, how y'all may feel about certain stuff, um, which is very, very, very beautiful to have and very mature. This person may come off as very, very youthful, but they're also very um, mature in their actions and very mature in their behavior. Um, Anything else on that? Somebody here is a very deep thinker as well. I'm drawn to this architect. So somebody here thinks very, very deeply about certain things. Somebody here could be a little bit of a overthinker. Just being honest, some people have their light and their shadow attributes, but I feel like somebody in this connection is definitely kind of overthinks things. They may overanalyze things. Somebody here seems very, very much more logical than the other person. This could be very much like an air sign versus a water sign type of dynamic here. Um, or somebody could have their moon in an air sign, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, moon. But again, somebody seems very, very analytical and very, very, very much in their head. They may think a lot, or overthink sometimes. But again, I feel like that's where the truthful and the sort of truth comes in. Um, they may, be someone who kind of overthinks like, okay, like does group number three actually, truly want me or like me or, whatever that may be. Um, but it's not coming from a place of insecurity. It's coming from a place of, just needing that reassurance, that validation. And that's not a negative thing. Sometimes we just want that validation. Now, if it's like an all the time thing, then that's a little bit of a little bit of an issue. Um, but I feel like more so at the beginning of the connection, y'all may give each other a lot of verbal validation, which is great. Nothing wrong with that. But once y'all truly build that trust with one another, and you're both able to really trust each other and open up with one another, um, I feel like then that's not going to be a problem or issue. Anything else? Four of Wands. So this could definitely, y'all could have the potential of this being like your future spouse, like somebody who you will marry. This definitely does feel like spouse material, hubby material, wifey material, or them material. I don't know. I'm still learning the non-binary, um, and like the other, pronouns and stuff. Their type of lingo. I'm not sure what that would be called. If somebody would like to educate me in the comment section. Um, but definitely spouse material here is what I'm picking up. Lots of celebrating with one another. I feel like y'all are going to celebrate each other's wins quite often. Y'all are going to be very supportive of one another and each other's achievements. But I feel like y'all are going to have a lot of achievements with one another as y'all, go through life. There are going to be a lot of, y'all going to have a lot more like highs versus a lot more lows. A lot of great things and a lot of good fortune happening in y'all's lives, versus a lot of super bad things happening. Of course, life is life, things happen. But I see a lot of positivity in this connection, and you both bringing in a lot of positivity by y'all like coming into union with one another. Yeah, judgment here at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I definitely feel like this is part of y'all's destiny or life's calling, to come into union with one another, to do this thing called life with one another. So, group number three, I believe these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So, please let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I'll see y'all in my next reading. Peace out.